Hello, and welcome to today's live coaching call and community conversation. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you 2 tips that you can use if you're a woman transitioning through menopause, or maybe you're already in menopause, that can really help you manage the body fat that we tend to accumulate as we are going through these seasons of change. So welcome. If you're new here, my name is Diane Parham. I am the creator of the online course and community, the Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman. We do have a course starting on February the 4th. Registration is currently open. I just put the link in the comment section if you're interested in jumping in with us. And we talk about a lot of the things we talk about here in our live YouTube and Facebook discussions, but I go a little deeper and we get a little more intimate inside the course. So if you're interested in that, we would love to have you, of course. I started this intermittent fasting course and community around almost 6 years now ago when I was transitioning through some changes hormonally and ended up becoming a pre-diabetic. And everything that I teach you in class really will help you reverse some signs of aging that maybe you're not happy with, or get ahead of them before maybe something happens to you like happened to me. So that's what we are doing here in this community. Today, I am going to share with you 2 tips that I really think will help you as a woman transitioning through menopause. The changes that we go through menopause are no joke. And they kind of hit us when we're least expecting them. And so what I really like to do here is tackle everything that we do from the mindset approach and not the traditional diet type nutritional approach, because all of that is super specific to the individual woman. And I think if we really can change the way we think, the way we feel about ourselves, then we can really manipulate how it is we're going to go through life and change it in a way that will allow us to look and feel our best and do it in our most authentic way. So let's start the discussion today. I'm going to set it up a little bit, and then I'm going to give you my 2 tips once I kind of set up today's dialogue and conversation. So the reality is, as women, we just have body fat. That's what makes us women, right? That's how our body is designed to be, and that's why we look the way we look. But we can control how much body fat we accumulate, right? And a lot of that just comes from learning how to drain your tanks daily properly. And that's what I teach inside the Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman course, so that we can be comfortable and confident with our body. The other reality and truth is that as we start to age, our chemistry and hormonal makeup starts to change, and we do just accumulate more body fat. But that doesn't mean that it has to be at an unhealthy place or stage, or that we have to be unhappy with who we are and how we show up as women. But we do have to spend a little time reframing how we think, so that we can go about really manipulating our body and how we want it to look and feel in a healthy and productive way over time. And so learning how intermittent fasting can be a lifestyle for you, and changing our mindset from desperate and drastic means to get something done or achieve a goal to, like, gee whiz, this is interesting. I wonder if I implement these things over time, if I can stay ahead of the game. And as our body chemistry, lifestyle changes, demands on us change, our activity levels change, because we're just not running around the way we did when we were younger, maybe with kids or lifestyle or whatever. We just need less. And when we really reframe our mind about that and really develop what is going to make sense for us in our individual life, the thing that just happens on its own is our physique starts to change, and starts to change in the direction we want it to, because we start to live happy and we start to really appreciate and love our bodies again. And that's really where the changes starts to take place, is when we learn how to love our body for what it is, and we put really realistic goals in place. So the 2 tips that I have and I teach and I coach on for all the women that are in this community is, when you have figured out a lifestyle that incorporates sound nutritional advice that you can live day after day after day after day over time, consistency is the thing you want to stick with. And that's the first tip that I have for you. If you want to make some physique changes, you have to be able to consistently stick to the decisions you're making over time. Where our body starts to really disappoint us is when we, like I said, jump in and out of drastic things that are so intense that we can only do them for a short period of time. Just as soon as our body starts catching on to some healthier changes that we're making, we give up because we're frustrated and we feel like we have to live in too much of a denial with how it is we show up around the people around us or some of the social activities that we like to participate in. So if you can create a lifestyle for yourself that you can consistently show up for, you will be able to achieve the physique and what it is you're trying to change with your health overall as a menopausal woman. You will just have it happen because that's the way we were designed to live and operate. We think in our mind, if we do something drastic, then by a certain predetermined date, usually predetermined by someone else, we'll achieve that goal. And because we've achieved it, it's going to stick. And we know over time that that doesn't happen for us because we've jumped in and out of diet plans and really restrictive things in our life before. So consistently show up for yourself by creating a plan that's realistic. The other tip that I have, and I say it here all the time, so you guys, this is not going to be anything that's going to be like rocket science for anyone, is you have to consider time. What are you willing to do? And for how long are you going to be willing to commit to a healthy lifestyle? Again, if you consistently show up for yourself over a time that has no expiration date, no weigh-in, no judgment day, no taking pictures that someone's going to be oohing and awing over, and then you're so relieved that it's over that you're going to go back to the things that you did before. If you're like, this is working for me and it makes complete sense, I'm showing up authentically, I think I can do this, I'm seeing the signs of aging reverse, why would I ever do anything else? Your body will lose the body fat. And we know that body fat will just start to eat itself away when we're practicing this intermittent fasting lifestyle. And this is why that 20-hour fast has been the game changer for women in menopause. If you consistently show up as your most authentic self, making decisions that will allow you to look and feel your best, and you commit to doing that over time, meaning you're not going to have any kind of expiration date, the body fat's going to go away because it has nothing else to do. Your body's not going to have anything else to do but utilize that, right? It's the jumping in and out, throwing in towels, falling off wagons that don't exist, giving up on yourself, talking negatively. All of those things are really what are holding so many women basically as victims of their own life because they're not doing things authentically and they're not doing things that really do allow you to wake up every day going, let's tackle the day. I feel absolutely amazing. I have so much energy. I can't wait to walk into my closet and get myself dressed because I am just killing it at this aging game. And when we commit to consistently showing up and we commit to doing it forever because it just makes sense, that's where the game starts to change for us. So the two tips I have for you today and will always have for you in regards to your body, losing weight, reducing belly fat, reducing body fat, reducing inflammation, having a brain that's going to be firing on all cylinders, all the things is consistency over time. That message here will never change. There's nothing drastic that you need to do. Become intimate with your body, commit to showing up for yourself, and I promise you the changes will take place. We just had our January 2023 course members graduate, and I did a little graduation call with them yesterday, and it was absolutely mind-blowing the results that the women got just in 3 weeks of being in class, from weight loss to reduction of inflammation, reduced blood pressure medication, reduced medication in other areas, like aches and pains gone, better sleep, all the things. And not once did I dictate a diet to them. Not once was anyone feeling restrictive about what they were doing. And I'll be honest, a couple of women in class were like a little frustrated with me because I wasn't going to tell them what to do. I was forcing them to think for themselves so they could authentically create a lifestyle that would stand the test of time consistently. And this is where so many women in our community are getting just amazing, mind-blowing results. So consistently over time, 2 tips that you can carry with you in every aspect of your life. But especially if you're really considering making some lifestyle changes to change some things that are going on with your body that you're not happy with, the consistency part will always win. And just giving yourself the gift of time. Like forever, I'm going to make these healthy changes for myself because I can see the progress moving forward. And it is just the easiest, most common sense thing we can do for ourselves. You don't have to buy into a diet plan. You don't have to wait for a challenge group to start. You don't have to wait for any of those things. Today, you get to make that decision and you get to start making those changes as soon as you decide that that's what you want to do for yourself. So like I said, our February course is open. I have a couple of things I'm going to share with you in just a second. But first, I'm going to go through our comment section here and welcome everyone that's here. We have almost 200 people here live. If you wouldn't mind doing me a favor, if you guys could hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed on YouTube yet, if you guys could hit that like and follow button on Facebook, I would really appreciate it. That's how we are going to be able to grow this audience and have this information spread, hopefully like wildfire, through the community of women who are looking for answers and really are tired of feeling frustrated and disappointed with their body as they're aging. I believe this season of our life is the best season for us, and it's really the time that we get to show up authentically for our future self, for our present self, and we get to do it in a very selfish way. And I think more women transitioning through menopause need to hear this message, and you get to be a part of sharing that message by making sure that you're liking, sharing these videos, and then making you're subscribing and following in our community. Okay, with that being said, let's see who we have in our comments section today. Let me get all this background stuff off of the screen so we can read the comment. Elijah, I believe it is with a G. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Good morning to you and everyone. Hand pink waving. I think that that's what that is. It's probably something that was an emoji that you spelled out, and I love it. Sue, happy New Year, my friend. I hope you are doing well. We miss seeing you around. Anita, good morning. Glad to catch the live. So good to have you with us. Natalie, good to be here today to learn more. I'm feeling great with lots of energy and loss of 22 pounds. August 22, Greg. There you go. Consistency over time. The 2 tips that my girl Natalie is practicing because she graduated in August and she's consistently showing up for herself. The time part is obviously there. It's now January. She's lost 22 pounds and is feeling the energy. And I love that for you. Dawn, January 23, new grad. Congratulations, my friend and girlfriend. I believe you're the Dawn H in class. Let me know if it's a different Dawn H, but I did read your little exit assessment of class today. Absolutely amazing information that you shared with me. I totally appreciate how free you were with leaving your answers for me, and I appreciate you. And you were doing great things for yourself. I'm so glad to have you in class with us. Scarlett, another January 23 grad here, and a new midlife mindset shift course member. We just opened up registration for the February group to start. So if you're a grad and you want to jump in with us, just send me an email. I'll get you the registration information. And Scarlett, you were the second person. So send me an email and I'll send you your little gift that I promised you guys. Dawn, hey, Scarlett, congratulations, classmate. Yeah, I love the fact that you guys now get to actually see each other too with that little exit interview we did on Sunday. So I think I might make that a new thing with our 2023 grad members and do just a little live at the end of class so you guys can see each other and get to know each other a little bit more intimately. I think that is such a power move for us here in this community to know we're not alone. So appreciate you guys. Creekinator, January 23 grad 2. Love it. Congratulations. DYANN, also a 23 grad. Hello, fellow new lifers. Yes, my friend. So good to have you with us here as well. Make sure you keep coming back to these lives because this is where the consistency over time really helps things stick for you guys. Just because you're a grad doesn't mean that you're not welcome back or this information is not going to pertain to you. This is a lifestyle we're going to keep implementing over and over and over and over again. And everything that I learn and everything that I experience or learn from you guys and your feedback, I will always share here on these lives. So I love having you guys here. Sandy, preaching to the choir here, and I'm yelling amen, girlfriend. Yes, Yes. And Sandy just shared with me a photo. And Sandy, I might share it if I'll get your permission today when we're in our midlife mindset shift call after this. Her hair regrowth, since she's been fasting for 4 years, I think it was. A lot of people blame intermittent fasting for hair loss, but but the hair loss is really your body transitioning from where you were into a healthy state. And that's why I always tell women, look for regrowth. If there's regrowth, then everything's okay. You're just transitioning. And Sandy has made an amazing transition, and her hair regrowth is just phenomenal. So fasting isn't the reason why so many people are losing weight or losing hair. It is just the season that we're going through and the transition that we're going to get to the very thick and lovely new hair that we're going to get. So Sandy, thank you for sharing that with me. Diane, hello from Pennsylvania. You said it. This is a lifestyle commitment. 100%. All you need to do to weigh what you want to weigh, wear the clothing size that you want to wear, lose the body fat that you want to lose, be happy every day, make informed choices for yourself, is just make the commitment that you're going to consistently stick to something that feels really authentic and doable to you over time. There's no new thing that's going to come on the market that's ever going to trump that for any of us. Consistency over time are the two biggest tips I can give anyone. Just stop quitting on yourself, and I promise you'll get all the results you're hoping for. Dawn, hello, my friend. I'm thinking that is you, the Dawn H from class. 1960 genius Tina. Thank you, Diane. I appreciate all that you do for us. You're welcome, my friend. I appreciate you being here with us. I do, really do. Haley, hello. Patty, hello from Oklahoma. Yes, I definitely was able to get off my blood pressure medication. I love intermittent fasting. The mind work you did with me, Diane, I can't unlearn, and other programs don't work for me. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. Well, and I always say, I said this in our graduating class live yesterday, is that I can provide information, but you have to be willing to receive it, test it out, evaluate it, and implement it. And Patty, you've done that work. And I know there's always conflicting things. And I know sometimes you get frustrated of people in our community, not just you, Patty, but I know I get feedback from you guys. You're frustrated because I'm not going to tell you XYZ what to eat and how many ounces and what time of the day, because that stuff doesn't matter. You will figure that part out when you're open to learning and you're open to experimenting and you're open to making a couple mistakes, right? And so coming back to something that works for you is always what you want to do. And Patty, I'm so glad to have you back. We've missed you. You haven't been in the comment section lately, and this community will always be here for you. So intermittent fasting works. You just got to learn how to work it for you, for sure. Diane, what someone was angry because you don't tell them how to eat. Excuse me, you laid out everything in your feasting guide to get them started. Yeah, no, it's just the frustrating part was we are, as a society, have been really conditioned to not think for ourselves. We think everyone's supposed to tell us what to do. And I just don't do that anymore. So I love it when I get that feedback, because then the connection has been made where you actually can figure out what you need to do. And you can figure out how to live your most authentic life. And you can figure out how to live with your family and eat with your kids at dinner and all the things. But learning how to do that on your own is where we really find our freedom and our food flexibility and our happiness. So not mad per se, like angry, just frustrated, because we're so used to people just telling us what to do and not having to think. So it's all good. I love it. Hey, from the UK, Haley. Dawn, it's me. I knew it. I read your end of course assessment. I read every word of it. And I think, girlfriend, you are on the right path for everything you say you want for yourself. Just keep rinsing and repeating. Come back and check in with us. Like I said in our call yesterday, the only thing that's going to take you away from intermittent fasting, if you let it, is life, right? It's life happening. So if we keep doing this mindset work and we keep thinking about like consistency over time, if we keep thinking about rinsing, repeating, if we learn how to really lean into the fast as opposed to leaning into the feast when our life doesn't feel comfortable and we have stress factors come in, girlfriend, you will be fine. And just keep coming back here and asking for help if you need it. We'll always be here for you. Leslie, August 22 grad. Got your live chats now in my calendar. Consistency over time. Yes, thank you. Yes, and consistently show up with us here over time. Mondays at noon, Thursdays at noon. And then if you want to join me on Instagram, I do it Tuesdays and Fridays at 1. Diana, I've joined so many big name weight loss places where they tell you what to eat. You can't wait for it to end and then you gain it all back. This lifestyle works, maintaining my 105-pound weight loss. You, girlfriend, you're crushing it. Dima, I've met yesterday one member from my large family. He told me he has never seen me this empowered since my many, many years. He made my day. I'm almost 50 years old, 4 children, IF for almost 2 years now. Dima, empowerment is attractive. It is the most attractive thing I think women can wear. So you're wearing it well and people are noticing. So keep it up, my friend. Phyllis and Steve, October 22 grad, these Monday and Thursday lives keep me inspired. Thank you so much. That inspires me too. So we'll keep showing up for each other. Rebecca, another amen here, not as far as Sandy, but IF since June and October 22 grad. Join now, you all do it. Thank you for saying that, Rebecca. Yeah, join now. Get in class. It'll be life-changing for you. And everyone's on their own journey. We'll keep showing up here. I've almost been doing this now consistently over 6 years of time, and I have no plans of ending this. So you'll get to where Sandy is, I promise you. You just got to keep showing up consistently, and the months and years just start stacking up very quickly. Dima, and a lot of hair regrowth. Me too. I'm like, I love it. I love my little flyaways. Hair keeps coming back and I'm all here for it. Patty, yes, definitely consistency over time. 100%. Angela, AKA Silky Girl, fasting, feasting, friends, skin tags, back fat, headaches gone, lost 16 pounds since course started. Jump into class. You won't regret it. Okay. So my girl, Angela, told us yesterday, and I think she shared it with us here before, but she was hit by a car and had all kinds of things that she had to manage with her body physically and had all kinds of limitations. And she's been practicing intermittent fasting for a little while, but wasn't seeing the results because she was doing it the way others teach it. And since she's been in class, her inflammation is gone away. Her mobility has come back. Her outlook and on her life and her future has completely changed. Girlfriend, you will forever be in my heart. I am so happy for you and all the things you get to now plan and look forward to in your future because you allowed your body to heal itself and you gave it the grace and the space it needed to take care of that. So rinse and repeat, my friend, and just consistency over time. It's going to keep continuing. 16 pounds in 3 weeks is a big deal. You did great work. Pinnacle Health Transformation. Arlene, October 22 graduate. Thank you for all you do, training and helping clients to follow you. Very challenging to change the mindset after 50. For me, was from bodybuilding mind to 52-year-old menopause mindset. Happy now with my 24 lifestyle. Thank you. Yeah, and the thing about bodybuilding, and I used to be in training for physique competitions, and I've done some bodybuilding things as well, is we think that a bodybuilding physique is a healthy physique, right? It's a healthy look. But what a lot of people have to do to achieve that is not so healthy. So there's this disconnect between what we see with our eyes, right? And then what our body has to go through to achieve that. And it is not healthy. And so it's not realistic. We're not supposed to walk around looking like that. We have layers on us and we're not supposed to walk around with those big bulging muscles. If we did, it would be more natural, right? We wouldn't have to make so many exceptions to make that happen. And it is hard to change that mindset from what we did to achieve that look because we think that look is normal. But then when we get older and it's even harder to achieve or even harder to maintain, we really do think something is wrong with us. And there's nothing wrong with us, right? We're not supposed to walk around shredded all the time. We're not supposed to probably walk around like that at all. There's some people who are gifted with that, and there's some people who have to work really hard at that. I was to work really hard at that, and it was very, very difficult to maintain, and it was a very unhealthy way for me to live my life. It was like that binge purge type of mentality. And so I'm glad you've made that transition and you're helping other women and people do the same thing. So keep paying it forward, my friend. Angela, or Silky, pain reduced, inflammation reduced, the dynamic energy should be harnessed because it could power the world. Yes, the energized sense of calm. And we talked about this in our live yesterday as well. Like imagine if more people had the opportunity to wake up every day looking and feeling their best and felt good about themselves and the life that they're living, and how we could take that energy and attitude and love and pay it forward in the world. And when we think about how many people wake up every day not looking and feeling their best, feeling disgruntled about their life, not feeling empowered, not knowing that they have options, not looking forward to a future, and how that is connected to so much hate and frustration and just pure ugliness in the world. And so I say the more women, and my mission is the more women that we can help really take control of their life, feel empowered, have that energized sense of calm, really feel good about how they're showing up for themselves, paying that forward to the people that they love, and then those people paying it forward to the people that they love. And what if we could just change the world by just cutting some food out of our life for a few extra hours out of the day? Like, that's fascinating to me. And that really is the mission that we have here. So all of you go out and pay it forward to the people around you and show them what's possible, because it can change the world. Judy, this is the most freeing way to live. November 22 grad. It is. Jan, August 22 grad. I think the hardest thing for me with my transformation is the evil looks and resentment I receive from other women. How do you handle that? I don't handle it at all. And that's why I have the mindset and the attitude of I don't care. Like, if you're going to resent me and give me evil looks because I'm taking care of myself, that's a you problem and not a me problem. And there have been friends in my life that are no longer friends of mine because they've said snarky things to me about me taking care of myself. And I say snarky things back to them about them not taking care of themselves. I think if you're going to come to me with a offhanded, derogatory comment, then I should also be able to do the same thing to you. So if you're going to criticize me for taking care of myself or looking at me a certain way because I'm taking care of myself because you're not managing your choices and how you feel about yourself and your mindset, we're not friends, right? Because I deserve more than that from the people that care about me and the people that I spend time with. So smile at them. If they're strangers, just smile at them. You're doing your thing, girlfriend. And maybe they'll think twice. They'll be like, man, I want a little piece of what she's got going on. And maybe they'll do some research and figure out a way to make themselves happy. But I don't care. I do not care about people who have negative feelings about me because I'm taking care of me. I don't care. So my best advice, Jan, is just not care. Don't care. If there are people in your life that you really love, have a really honest sit down conversation with them and tell them why you're doing what you're doing and invite them to join you. And then if they don't, that's their choice, right? But we should not ever have to hold someone else's negative mindset about us being positive about ourselves, ever. Jean, so glad I found you, Diane. Used to lose and gain the same 10 pounds for decades. With IF, have lost 18 pounds and weight extremely stable. Yeah, so you doubled your typical weight loss and you kept it off. That's what I call consistency over time. The 2 tips we talked about today. Love that for you. Sandy, let me say IF done right for a year, January 2022 grad. Yeah, so Sandy did her big change, I think, came when, like all of us, we just went, we're not going to listen to the nonsense. We're just going to do what makes sense. And the 20-hour fast was really a game changer for her. And we love that for her. Betty, the phrase "I don't care" that Diane says is the way to go. There you go. Thank you, Betty, for sharing that for sure. Sharon, my hair has actually stopped falling out after years of shedding terribly. Migraine and 23 pounds gone. Also, many other benefits. Yes. And I do think the hair loss for a lot of us is, and I shared this with Sandy when we were doing a little email exchange today, is going from not really being 100% healthy to transitioning to being 100% healthy and letting our body do its job. And our body does not want us to walk around with no hair, right? And so if we make the right changes and we do it consistently over time, like we talked about today, the hair will come back. So we got to stop being drastic. We got to stop being panicky. We've got to give ourselves that permission to pause, think about some things without punishing ourselves, and just do what makes sense. So you guys, I'm loving that you're sharing the hair loss stuff. Jan, thank you, Betty. I guess the thing is I do care about their well-being, friendship, and acceptance. Okay, so Jan, this is where we do the midlife mindset shift work, right? If someone is going to think negatively of you because they are thinking negatively about themselves, that is not a friend. And if it's someone that you really want to have in your life and keep in your life, that is where you have to have a very open and honest conversation, and you have to set some boundaries with some circumstances, right? Like, I deserve to be treated better from you regardless of what you have going on in your life. If you're not going to judge them for them not taking care of themselves, and you're honestly not judging them, you just love them for who they are, you deserve the same respect back. If they can't give you that same respect back, then they're not worth your time and effort. And you have to either just not care and let them keep doing that to you, or you got to move on and find someone that's going to love and respect you for who you are and how you want to show up. Anita, May 2020 grad, consistently truly is key. And you, girlfriend, you're doing the time thing too. That's a good amount of time to be hanging out here with us. May 2020 grad. Alma or Angela, such impressive results. What did you eat? And did you fast only 24 daily? So Alma, we don't do that here in this community. What I teach is a 20-hour clean fast and a 4-hour feast. And Angela's, the way she chose to eat and the food she chose to eat was significant and important to her, but will be completely different for you. What I recommend, Alma, is jumping into our class, figuring out what foods serve you emotionally, mentally, and physically, and then use your 20-hour fast to really help you identify the signs and signals of the choices you're making. Becky, November 22 grad, have you ever heard of coconut pulling, which is basically using coconut oil as a mouthwash? Wondering your thoughts on whether you think this would break a fast. Thank you. I just use my electric toothbrush, and the lifestyle I've created with fasting long and feasting well has really changed everything for me and my oral health, and the results I'm getting when I go see my dentist biannually. And so if you feel like coconut pulling is going to work for you, coconut pull. Is it going to break a fast? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. You have to kind of just see what your results are if you start doing it. Is it necessary? I don't know. You kind of have to figure out what your goals are for sure. But those are one of those individual things that if you feel like it's worth, putting a tablespoon of coconut in your mouth and swishing it around, I say go for it. I've done all things and I've tried that as well, and I didn't see any significant change, and it seemed like kind of a pain in the butt for me. And so I don't do it. And my dental health and hygiene has significantly improved over time with just a really good toothbrush. Alma, I was especially impressed with the loss of the skin tags and back fat in such a short period of time. Yes, skin tags are extra. Right, it's just extra skin. And when your body is in a healing state of autophagy, your body consumes dead and damaged things. And so skin tags are probably just dead skin, right? And your body will consume that and give you that energized sense of calm. And that's where I say there's real proof with the cellular healing and DNA repair that we get to do. And we get to do it very casually. One of the other things that I shared in our live yesterday with our graduates was I really want to create a community of women who can also move about their life and don't feel like and don't give the appearance of being extremist, right? Because fasting for 20 hours is not extreme. If you're feeling like it's extreme, it's probably some mindset shift work you need to do. But I want you to move about your life and just have people around you, and also you notice just like how amazing you are, right? How good you feel in your own skin, how confident you show up for yourself around people in social settings, at work, whatever. And have people ask you what you're doing. Like, you don't need to tell people that you go 20 hours without eating. That's your own personal business. We do not need to advertise that. And so the more casual you are about it, the more you own the authenticity of the lifestyle that you're creating, and the more consistently you do that over time, just the more natural it's going to be. And so we don't have to be extremists in any way. And we don't have to really advertise what we're doing. It's very private and personal. Judy, do you know if a balding man can have hairy growth during 24? It might inspire my husband. Yeah, I don't know, right? So that's the thing I would say. Him fasting for 20 hours is not going to hurt anything and could just present a lot of really nice opportunities for a lot of amazing things to happen for him. And so I would say give it a try. You have nothing to lose. Teresa, I had an amazing incision healing process with melanoma removal on my face during the IF program in January 2023. I honestly chalk it up to the program and the healing my body was able to do. I 100% chalk it up to that as well. So many women who've had surgeries or procedures done always come back and say how amazed that their doctors were at how quickly they healed. Remember, our body has been created to heal itself. self. And fasting presents a healing environment. So we're just basically moving out of the way and saying, body, do what you were designed to do, and we don't interfere with that. So Teresa, congratulations. And I'm glad you got that removed. Hopefully it won't be any kind of problems for you moving forward, and just continue this fasting lifestyle, and all those healing benefits will just keep coming for you for sure. Judy, do you know if a balding man, I already answered that one. Okay. So yeah, so I would say have him give it a try. You never know. Jan, thank you, Diane. I just have to accept that all my relationships are changing while I ride my stationary bike and participate in your live calls. Yeah, and mine have too, right? We are the result of people that we spend time with. We are the result of people who we communicate with. And oftentimes, if we're worried about what other people think about us, or people pleasing, or we're doing those kind of things, then we make decisions based on their thoughts and not our thoughts, which is why we always lead from the mindset approach here in this community. What are your thoughts? What do you want? What kind of life are you creating for your future self? What is it that you say that you really want? That's when we really get to the bottom of things, right? And we're going to talk about that if you're in our midlife mindset shift course today at 1:00. And when you get really clear on that, like, let other people do their thing. Like, don't have any opinion about what they're doing. Don't force people to fast. Don't try to push your lifestyle on them. And then just tell them, don't push your lifestyle on me, and don't be judgy of me. I won't be judgy of you. Like, that's how relationships are supposed to work. We're not all supposed to live exactly the same way. We're just supposed to love and respect each other for who we are. So if you love and respect your friends, regardless of when they eat breakfast, or if they eat breakfast or don't eat breakfast, or whatever it is they're doing, then the reciprocation of that relationship is they should also love you for what it is you're doing. And so when we get the judginess, when we get the stares, when we get the, up and down checkouts from people, it's because of how they're feeling, and they're just envious, and they don't know how to say that in a way that, doesn't make them look vulnerable. Angela, jump into class so you can design what works for you. I mostly between 24, 18, 6, and 1 meal a day once a week because of meetings, protein shake to break fast while cooking my stir fry meat and veggies or salads. Yes, 100%. That sounds beautiful. And yeah, you get to decide what works for you, because heck, I don't know what grocery stores you have, or what your family budget is, or what you like and don't like, and what family customs you have, and all the things. So it is not my responsibility to do that to you or for you. And totally out of like pure honesty, you are not supposed to be getting nutritional advice from anyone who does not have a like board certified nutritional license and degree. And yet there's people giving out information everywhere, right? And that's just not how it's supposed to be. You really should be able to do that for yourself. Leslie, I am thrilled. The tips are consistency over time, not water and activity. Very powerful for me. I went through a time when my water intake went down and started again, and it was a miracle I needed. Yeah, I think my son said that the other day. He's like, it's amazing, like when you're walking around dehydrated and you get a little water in you, how instantly you feel better, right? And so yeah, for sure. But the consistency over time thing is really the secret sauce no one's willing to talk about, because it's not as sexy as a diet plan, or managing your macros, or exercising a certain way. That's not sexy for people, right? So consistency over time is the truth. And I think we just need to make that a little bit sexier. Christy, July 22 grad. Our friends were so interested in what my hubby and I have been doing because we are looking and feeling great. Some were inquisitive. Others just said, "Oh, we were totally comfortable with both." Yeah, and just you walk away just doing your thing, right? I just don't. Everybody in my life knows what I do. So, and I'm very vocal about taking care of myself, and I have no issue saying no, thank you. And the harder you push me, the harder I'm going to push back. And that's just because that's the respect that I have really garnered for myself as I've matured and gotten older, and years of wisdom, right? I just don't let people pressure me into doing something that's not going to serve me. And that comes with confidence, and that comes with you making that mindset shift of, I have to serve me first. I'm going to be selfish. And a tip for those of you getting pressured from friends is pay attention to what people are talking about in social settings and in parties and very casual events. They're doing nothing but complaining. So if you want to let those people influence what you're doing for your life, then you'll also have a laundry list of things to complain about. if those people's complaints and disappointment with how they're showing up and all the things that they have to manage in your life is not of interest to you, then don't let them influence you. And that was a big aha moment for me. I love them. And if they want help, I'm always willing to help, but you can never make anybody do anything. You can't make anybody change. And you certainly can't help them with their judgmentalness if that's just how they live, right? Lynn, this was much needed today. Thank you. I love your office. Thank you. It's my new, I think we're in the final 2 days of getting some renovations done in our house, and we'll be back to living a normal life. And I haven't had a kitchen for almost 2 weeks. I haven't had a gym for almost 2 weeks. Y'all know I'm leaning into some fasting and just drinking my water and having my coffee, and everything's going to be great. But I'm super excited. And on my Instagram channels, I have 2 of them now. I'm going to be sharing a little bit of some of the things we did in our home, and you'll get to see some of my kitchen stuff when I start sharing my food stuff again. So it'll be super fun. So Lynn, thank you for noticing. I appreciate you. Okay, I'm going to jump out of here. Remember, it's super simple. I'm going to save the January 23 grad comments until Thursday. So if you want to hear some amazing stories, I'll share some of that with you guys on Thursday. If you are a graduate of the Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman course, any time you graduated and you're interested in joining us in the Midlife Mindset Shift course and community, that's a lot of what we do to make sure that this lifestyle sticks for us. Registration is open. If you want to get registered and you don't want to wait for an email from me, send me an email at dianeparhamfitness@gmail.com. I will get you the link to register. We have a registration open for February to July and February to December. So you can stick with us for the entire rest of 2023 if you would like. So just shoot me an email. I'll get you all the information to jump into our amazing group of graduates in the Midlife Mindset Shift course. January students, I just posted that in your community group. Hopefully you guys will jump on board with us there as well. I love you guys. Have a great rest of your day. Have a super fantastic Monday, and I'll see you guys on Thursday. Yeah, lots of you guys are going through. We'll talk about this a little bit more this year too, about how to handle peer pressure and negative comments from friends, because it is a real thing. So we'll put that on the agenda to bring up for conversation probably in February. Have a good day, you guys.